Hello, my name is Jack Gallant. I'm a senior business major here at the University of Dallas, graduating this upcoming May of 2021. This past summer, I completed my summer internship with Jab Hoops as a social media intern. Jab Hoops is a youth club basketball program based here in Dallas, Texas, and the head coach and director of operations for Jab Hoops is actually a University of Dallas basketball alumni like myself, so thank you, Miss Sheila Howard, for making this connection and this internship opportunity possible in the first place. The overall goal is to gain kids for your program. So the overall goal and job description for this past social media internship was to improve their social media presence and to reach a wider audience using social media, particularly their website and their Instagram account, to gain more players for the program, which I feel like I did so because, as you can see in the achievements, they did gain 5 new local players this past summer, and I'll go over some of the strategies that I used this past summer. I also gained over 100 followers on Instagram for their Instagram account, while only following under 75 people, and I made over 25 Instagram posts for the program on Instagram. Obviously, I would love to have done this internship in person, hands-on, but due to COVID, unfortunately, I had to complete this internship remotely from my home in California while the team continued their activities here in Texas. Over the first, so basically me and Coach Al, Coach Jonathan Alexander, or Coach Al, would meet over the phone every week and go over the plan for each week, which was basically I would tell him what kind of clips or pictures or videos I would want him to capture for each week, and he would send me this content so I can create the content for social media and their website. Over the first phone call, I just basically got a good understanding of what the program stands for, so I can know how to advertise their program. We both agree that there's an ethical issue in the industry, the club basketball industry, and of how corrupt it is. We both agree that we see all the time elementary and middle school kids paying large amounts of money, expensive trainers, and getting all this crazy training when at this age you should just be playing basketball because you love the game. That's why I put this quote here, which is taken from their website from Coach Al in an interview, saying, "What can basketball do for me?" And don't get me wrong, basketball has done a lot for me. It's given me lifelong memories, lifelong friendships, and opportunity to travel the country, and also it gave me the opportunity to well, basketball was the first reason that I heard about University of Dallas was from Coach Samples, so I attribute a lot of things in my life to basketball, but at this age, in elementary and middle school particularly, it all has to start because you love the game of basketball. So that's what's really important, that I advertised that this past summer with Coach Al for his program with Jab Hoops. And we also came up with 4 teaching principles that Jab Hoop stands for, which number 1 is teaching the basic fundamentals of the game of basketball, and number 2, how to play the game of basketball, and number 3, the importance and what it means and what it takes to work hard, and number 4 is how to be a good teammate. So I really emphasized this in all the advertising that I did for the program this past summer, and also their team philosophy or team culture slogan is HUGE, which stands for humility, unrelenting, gratitude, and extraordinary, which I also incorporated in all my social media posts, as you can see right here. Here's a few examples of my work and their emphasis on the team culture, as you see on the left. This is just a picture. I use a motivational quote that I was posting. This is from NBA athlete Damian Lillard, who in my opinion is a humble NBA athlete. So this really emphasizes the humility and also the unrelenting in the HUGE slogan, because the quote is about unrelenting effort, and he's a humble player in my opinion. And in the middle here, I started a gratitude page for them on the website, which is basically an opportunity for parents to express their gratitude for the coaching staff and the program. That emphasizes the G in HUGE, the grateful. And also here on the right is just another example of how I highlighted the unrelenting effort and team culture in one of the posts. And to be continued here. Here's another example of how we incorporated the extraordinary, the E, in the huge slogan, which I came up with this idea of having player spotlight. I think it's important at this age that they be really individually encouraged and have their own player spotlight, which also feeds into the extraordinary part of their slogan. So here's an example of Jab Player of the Week, Cannon Beatty, and here's the social media post that he got. Also, he got the post on the website as well. And here's a strategy that I came up with that I think really worked and contributed to new people joining the program this past summer. If you're not familiar with social media, this example here on the left is an example of a picture of these kids that I posted from a workout group. It's called the Breakfast Club that they had, which is 7 or 8 a.m. workouts throughout the summer. And here's a picture of these kids, and I photoshopped the website in there, and I put the location, Dallas, Texas, in the top left corner. And in the comment section, I put a bunch of hashtags. And like I said, if you're not familiar with social media, if you were to click on Dallas, Texas location, or if you were to type in or click on any of these hashtags such as basketball or Dallas or Texas or training or dedication, any of those hashtags, it would take you to this photo, and then they would be able to see this website and hopefully check out the website. And if they're a young basketball player in the Dallas area and they like what they see in the website, hopefully join the program. So I think that this strategy that I used was really helpful and definitely gained a wider audience through social media and led people to the website. And so, just out of curiosity to see if they were continuing to do my strategies on social media, I checked the Instagram page the other day, and as you can see, they are. This post on the left is from April 6th, which is of a positive motivational quote, which I began starting for the program on Instagram. And as you can see in the top left of the post, they also have the website, which I started for the program as well on the Instagram page, and also the location. And then they were also continuing to do the the hashtags in the comment section as well. And this side on the right is credibility. I really preached credibility a lot to Coach Al because I think it's really unique that the Jab Hoops program, their whole coaching staff is former college and professional players or coaches. So I really preached that it's important for him to advertise that in his social media because it's important for parents to know that their kids are getting the right information and credible sources. And so I checked their Instagram page, and as you can see here on the right, the March 17th post is of just congratulating Max Abmas, who is a former player of Coach Al, and he just led his team to the Sweet 16 in this past March Madness for Oral Roberts University. So credibility is really important because I think it's really important for these kids to see that Coach Al also coached this kid when he was little, and to see themselves there hopefully one day. And 3 UD classes that I use in my internship would be leadership and organizations. I definitely developed my leadership and interpersonal skills this past summer in my internship. And also the communication and business class, especially with the persuasion, analysis, and critique of things. And my marketing theory and practice class helped me to influence the influence on products and channels and communication strategies, especially with the marketing plan and marketing strategy that I developed over the phone with Coach Al before starting this internship, a week-by-week marketing strategy and marketing plan. In conclusion, I really enjoyed this internship opportunity, and I enjoyed my time, and I'm very grateful that I was able to help Coach Al and the Jab Hoops program this past summer with their social media. However, I realized that social media is not really the direction that I want to pursue anymore in my career. I still would love to stay in the sports industry, but I think I'm more interested in the business side of things, like analytics. So that has led me to this upcoming internship with CVS Health this upcoming summer. That I'll be working as a CVS Health retail management intern. and week by week, it's a rotational program, so I'll be able to spend 1 week in the marketing department, 1 week in operations, 1 week in analytics, and so on. So I'm excited to absorb as much information as I can with this internship and use the experience and internship, the experience and knowledge that I've gained with this past summer internship with Jab Hoops, as well as my experience with the UD Business Core curriculum and the business classes that I've taken at UD, and apply that to my career after college. Thank you for watching my presentation. I will take any comments and questions in the discussion thread.